Hello, my name is Ryan Runcie, and this is Runcie Studios, an artist safe space and art haven. Thanks for joining me today. You're going to be watching a lot of paint mixing, getting some fresh paint ready for another commission, so yeah, enjoy. Today, I'm going to be talking about art, the elusive science. For me, art has always been something ever fleeting. You can never attain all the artistic information that's out there. The fact that we're asked to specify and do one style as long as we can for commercial reasons, it makes you lose so much of the beauty of art, the exploration, the hypothesis, and the testing your hypothesis, running all kinds of experiments and getting messy and just covered in paint and beautiful colors. That is why I think a lot of us get into it and stay in it, because it's so unlike any other job. It really is elusive in terms of you might think you know what you're trying to do, or you might think you know what you want the end goal to come out like. But if it's the first time you're trying something out, it really is a shot in the dark. There's so many paintings I've started, paintings I've wasted at least $100, $200 of paint trying to create the best version of what I was thinking of, and it just happened that the idea sucked. There's nothing more you can really do if it's just a bad idea, right? But another beautiful thing about art is what I have seen a lot of recently in the last 20, 30 years easily, is the blending of styles or crossing of styles where chefs are making beautiful paintings and photographers are designing interior spaces and architects are racing cars. There's so much overlap in terms of how art and science and creativity overlap in a person's mind. I'm really against being limited to one idea. I'm really against staying in one aspect of all the amazing things that have been invented on this planet. I pray and hope that if you only paint in one style, you have a multitude of hobbies to diversify your interests as a person. And yes, again, this is totally from my opinion. I apologize if it comes off offensive, but I really don't know how else to exist as an artist. Let me give a better example now. One where two artists have to work together now. I think one thing that inspired me whenever I was going to college was the idea of book illustration, the idea of working with a writer, author, publishing house, an editor, and everyone trying to wrangle their imagination to give a visual aesthetic to a story that someone just made. I think that's incredible that we're able to line up two creatives that can best pair and bring more power and more potency to a vision. I think that's incredible, and things like that has inspired me to want to do more work with other artists, especially outside of my genre. Like I was fortunate enough to work with Joseph Palmer and Austin Classical Guitar in October last year. We did a little performance, we did a performance called Cycles, and it was very moving. People still contact me and tell me about it. It was different for them, and to see me doing performance art and getting to use my thermochromic pigments where the painting is coming to life and looks like it's painting itself during the performance. I think there's so much there to be tested, and I really want you to think about life as part of your art and not worry about where you fall into the history books so much. And I say that because that's the equivalent of worrying about what your style is, or how great your style is, or who's going to buy your work because of that style. History is written by you right now. You decide to change the way history is written by living your fullest existence. So you can think about artists like Michelangelo, Picasso, artists that put so much effort into just creating and letting the world just respond to whatever they think is cool or worth putting out there. Obviously, a lot of Michelangelo's inventions were never created, but the fact that we can see all of his sketches and ideas show that it's okay to let your mind run free, because creativity is like a hamster wheel or a snowball rolling down a cliff, slowly turning into an avalanche. This can be a very daunting and hard task, especially with a day job, with family to raise, just a lot of other things to take care of in your life. It can be very hard to commit enough time to create a large, prolific body of work in a short period of time. But, I would say only do that if that's really something that drives your creative passion, if it keeps you engaged in this elusive science we're talking about, then go for it. But if not, don't kill yourself. This is art. This is about speaking your truth and being who you are. Remember, this is your artist's safe space where you can feel how you need to feel, say what you need to say. I'll speak to you guys another day. Hope you have a good one. If you like this episode, feel free to like this down below. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys, take care.